in the dim, ethereal realm of Hades, where the souls of the departed found themselves in eternal slumber. There existed a fearsome guardian unlike any other. This monstrous entity was Cerberus, a three-headed dog with eyes of flame, whose very presence struck terror into the hearts of both the living and the dead. No one dared to venture near the exit from the realm of the dead, for Cerberus stood resolute, his massive form towering over all who approached. The gates leading back to the world of the living were shrouded in darkness, obscured by a haze of melancholic whispers that echoed through the cold, desolate abyss. It was said that Cerberus was a creation born from the pits of Tartarus, forged by the Lord of the Underworld himself in order to ensure balance and order were maintained. The three heads, each crowned with sharp, jagged teeth, were simultaneously fearsome and mesmerizing, their gazes drilling into the souls unfortunate enough to meet their gaze. The dead, pleading for a chance to return to the world they left behind, would approach the mighty guardian, driven by longing and desperation. Yet, as they drew nearer, Cerberus's growls grew louder, rattling the very foundations of the realm. His ferocious barks reverberated through the vastness, a dire warning that their fate was sealed, forever bound to the depths of Hades. Even the most courageous of the living dared not approach the realm of the dead, for they knew that Cerberus would show them no mercy. The tales whispered among mortals told of foolhardy adventurers who had braved the treacherous journey, only to be confronted by the fearsome guardian. Those who had dared to test his wrath had never returned to recount their tale, their fates forever entwined with the darkness. Thus, the realm of the dead remained shrouded in mystery, guarded jealously by the fearsome and relentless Cerberus. The living could only gaze upon the blackened gates from afar, resigned to accepting that some things were meant to remain unexplored, and that the realm of Hades would forever remain an enigma among the countless souls wandering the gloomy abyss of Hades. One exceptionally audacious individual had become mesmerized by the legends surrounding Cerberus. This individual was no ordinary mortal. His name was Evander, a renowned adventurer and seeker of forbidden knowledge, with unparalleled determination. He set out to uncover the secrets that Cerberus guarded so ferociously. Whispers of Evander's reckless quest reached the ears of those residing in the realm of the living. Some warned him of the consequences, urging him to abandon his foolish endeavor. Others marveled at his audacity, secretly hoping to witness the outcome of a daring clash between mortal and mythic beast. Undeterred by the tales of doom, Evander embarked on a treacherous journey through winding caverns, descending ever deeper into the bowels of the underworld. The air grew colder, and the eerie silence devoured any glimmer of hope that managed to flicker within his heart. After what felt like an eternity, he finally stood before the dreaded guardian himself. Cerberus, sensing the intruder, roared with fury. His three heads lunged forward, baring their nightmarish fangs, their fiery eyes locking onto Evander. But instead of cowering in fear, Evander stood tall, his eyes meeting the gaze of Cerberus with unwavering determination. He had prepared for this moment, arming himself with knowledge, artifacts, and a conviction stronger than any mortal had possessed. In a voice that echoed through the shadows, Evander spoke to the mythical beast, reciting ancient incantations meant to calm its wrath. Surprisingly, the rumbling growls of Cerberus subsided, his massive form seeming to hesitate. With each passing moment, Evander took a step further, closer to the impenetrable barrier that separated the realms of the living and the dead. Cerberus quivered, seemingly torn between its loyalty to its master and the undeniable presence of Evander, whose ambition and willpower had ignited a spark the beast had not felt in eons. As Evander approached the barrier separating the realms, the very fabric of the underworld seemed to tremble. A swirling vortex of energy formed, casting an otherworldly light upon the scene. It was as if the very essence of existence itself held its breath, waiting to witness the defying act about to unfold. Cerberus, his three heads locked in a fierce internal struggle, emitted a deafening howl. The sound pierced through the darkness, sending shivers down the spines of every soul dwelling in the realm of the dead. It was a cry that echoed with both fury and uncertainty, a last-ditch effort to dissuade Evander from his audacious quest. But Evander, driven by an insatiable hunger for knowledge, pressed on. His eyes blazed with a fire born from a thirst for understanding that surpassed the boundaries of mortal comprehension. With unwavering determination, he reached out his hand, ready to touch the impenetrable barrier. As his fingertips grazed the ethereal surface, a surge of power surged through his veins. The barrier quivered, its energy pulsating in a dance between acceptance and denial. The boundary between life and death wavered, bending under the weight of Evander's profound curiosity. In this moment of fragile equilibrium, whispers from the netherworld drifted through the void. Echoing voices, a chorus of forgotten souls, pleaded and warned in equal measure. Some pleaded for their release, their yearning for another chance at life tangible in their fervent pleas. Others cautioned Evander against disturbing the delicate balance, warning of dire consequences that awaited all who dared to tread this forbidden path. Caught between the conflicting voices, Evander found himself standing at the fulcrum of fate, the outcome of his decision teetering on the knife's edge of uncertainty. It was a precipice between revelation and catastrophe, a moment pregnant with potential, waiting for the scales to tip, for destiny to unfold its hand. In the hushed stillness that gripped the underworld, a profound revelation coursed through Evander's being. He understood the weight of his actions, the delicate nature of tampering with the balance that held life and death in equilibrium. And yet, a bittersweet determination fueled his resolve. With newfound clarity, Evander closed his eyes, channeling ancient knowledge and forgotten wisdom. He whispered incantations passed down through generations, words that resonated with the primordial forces that governed existence. Within the depths of his being, he stirred an essence long dormant, awakening the dormant magic that lay dormant within his very soul. A surge of energy radiated from Evander, rippling through the air like a winter storm. The barrier crackled with discordant power, its ethereal sheen fractured by the force of Evander's defiance. The once impenetrable threshold shuddered, its grip on reality slipping as cracks spiderwebbed across its surface. Cerberus, sensing the surge of power, recoiled with a mixture of fear and awe. That ancient beast realized that in Evander, a mortal had managed to tap into a wellspring of strength that rivaled the gods themselves. A newfound respect birthed in its three fiery eyes, a palpable reverence for the audacity and tenacity of humanity. And yet, as the realm of the dead seeped into the realm of the living, whispers of chaos and discord filled the air. Shadows that danced on the periphery of perception grew longer, their malignant presence eager to exploit the rift. The timeless equilibrium threatened to crumble beneath the weight of Evander's insatiable quest for forbidden knowledge. In the midst of the unfolding chaos, a voice resonated through the chasms of the underworld, compelling even Cerberus to pause and listen. It was Hades himself, the ruler of the realm, appearing with an aura of calm authority. Gaze upon the precipice, Evander, Hades commanded, his voice resonating with a weight that could move mountains. Your actions have set in motion a shift that threatens not only the realms, but the very essence of creation itself. Evander met Hades' gaze, his own eyes reflecting a mixture of determination and trepidation. His quest for enlightenment had brought him to the brink of irreversible consequences, and now, facing the Lord of the Underworld, he could not escape the gravity of his actions. With measured words, Hades continued. The realms forged by cosmic design cannot be tempered with on a whim. for chaos and destruction follow in their wake. Decide wisely, Evander, for the boundaries you have disrupted hold the balance of countless souls. As the final pages of this epic tale hung suspended, destiny teetered between preservation and devastation. The denouement awaited its unveiling, demanding an answer from Evander, whose choices would reverberate across both the realms of the living and the dead. In the profound silence that ensued, the outcome of Evander's decision lingered tantalizingly close, an unfolding mystery ready to shape the fate of all who exist. The story yearned for its ultimate resolution, the culmination of a journey that transcended the threshold of mortality, waiting for the poignant conclusion to this perilous dance with destiny. In the charged silence that enveloped the realms, a flicker of realization kindled within Evander. His gaze met Hades, and a moment of understanding passed between them, an unspoken alliance in the face of an unfolding catastrophe. With a voice tempered by newfound wisdom, Evander spoke, "I see now, Lord Hades, the consequences of my actions and the price that others may pay. I came seeking forbidden truths, but I now comprehend the delicate harmony that must be preserved." Cerberus, ever watchful, turned its multiple heads toward Evander, curiosity lighting its eyes. In a remarkable display of unprecedented trust, the guardian of the underworld lowered its massive frame, making a path for Evander towards the barrier that separated the realms. Emanating an aura of shared resolve, Hades placed a hand upon Evander's shoulder, their connection one of understanding and shared responsibility. "Go, mortal seeker of knowledge," Hades intoned, his voice carrying the weight of countless souls. "Restore the equilibrium that hangs in the balance." Evander stepped forward, power humming through his being. A harmonious energy resonated within him, bridging the realms of the living and the dead. As he approached the fractured barrier, the very fabric of existence seemed to sigh in relief, welcoming his endeavor to make amends. With each deliberate gesture, Evander channeled his newfound understanding, mending the cracks in the barrier, reaffirming the untouchable boundary between life and death. The rift slowly closed, reality knitting itself back together, pulsating with harmonious energy that echoed throughout the cosmos. As the story pivoted towards an ambiguous resolution, a fragile equilibrium was restored. Fragile but vital, the fate of Evander and the realms lay poised, teetering between the delicate tapestry of life and the finality of death. Now, on the precipice between salvation and uncertainty, the tale yearned for resolution, the final strokes of the narrative brush remaining untold. The threads of destiny held their breath, intertwining with the choices yet to be made. For the ultimate conclusion awaited its victorious emergence from the tumultuous abyss, as Evander infused his essence into the mending of the realm's barrier. A profound sense of restoration and balance washed over him. The crackling energies subsided, and a serene calm settled upon the once chaotic realm. Hades nodded approvingly, acknowledging the mortal's triumph. "You have shown great understanding and resilience, Evander," he commended, his voice resonating with an unexpected warmth. "Through your choices, you have restored what was disturbed and averted the looming catastrophe." Cerberus, transformed by the power of unity, wagged its three tails in a rare display of contentment. Its fiery eyes softened, instincts of guardianship merging with compassion. It had found a harmony, a balance between its duty and newfound compassion for the souls it guarded. With the realms of the living and the dead restored to their rightful order, Evander felt a profound sense of fulfillment. He had learned that forbidden knowledge must sometimes remain hidden, and that the mysteries lingering in the realms beyond mortal comprehension carried a weight that mere mortals were not meant to bear. United by an unbreakable bond, Evander, Hades, and Cerberus stood on the threshold of the underworld, their resolve strengthened and their separate worlds forever touched by this profound encounter. They recognized the significance of their shared journey, forever entwined in the annals of both myth and reality. And so, the tale finds its resolute conclusion, as harmony envelops both the realms of the living and the dead, a testament to the power of understanding and respect. Evander's audacious quest, infused with wisdom gained through struggle and sacrifice, etches its mark on the fabric of existence. It serves as a reminder that balance, though fragile, prevails when mortals and ancient forces unite. For the realm of the living, the story of Evander becomes a legendary fable of humility and reverence, cautioning against the perils of unchecked curiosity. In the realm of the dead, it becomes a whispered tale of hope and redemption, the memory of a mortal who dared to defy boundaries and emerged enlightened. As the final resounding notes of this tale fade, the realms continue their eternal dance, forever bound by the threads of life and death. The story of Evander, Hades, and Cerberus takes its rightful place in the tapestry of legends, a testament to the transformative power of compassion and the triumph of harmony over chaos.